It's too damn hot. Hello and welcome everybody to a new video. Today I'm going to be making a rare list video. And as a lot of you know, right now, especially in Europe, we're experiencing heat wave. There's many parts of Europe right now that are dealing with temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius, which is just insane. I mean, how do you survive that with no AC in many of these countries? Well, the best thing that I can come up with, at least for myself, besides staying shaded, using a lot of SPF, drinking a lot of water, is having some refreshing fragrances that will cool you down as best as possible, give you some sort of respite mentally, physically, olfactory, from an olfactory standpoint. And I wanted to show you 10 different options that I love, that I find very refreshing, cool, and unique. Not the typical stuff, and from different price ranges, from cheap to expensive. And let's get started right away with the first one. And I will work up in terms of price, starting off at 15 euros to 20 euros. Lalique White. Lalique White is a peppery fresh fragrance with a nice tamarind note, white pepper, musk, cedarwood, clean, citrusy, spicy, white. As the name says, it smells very nice, like a white shirt. Cheap, 15 euros, 125 ml. And you can spray this a lot, and you spray it on the fabric so it lasts, because otherwise this is not a big performer. But if you spray 20 sprays of this on your shirt, it will stay with you. So no worries about that at all. Lalique White, number one, 15 to 20 euros. Moving up in price just a little bit. So second one is gonna be, I have to think about it, but this one here. So we're going with another light one, but this one is a brand name. Hermes Eau de basilic pourpre. Eau de basilic pourpre, like the name says, it's a basil fragrance, but in fact this has an anistic minty feel in the top, really cooling, lots of bergamot, very fresh, and the base is a clean patchouli. This one actually to me lasts quite well. And you can find 50 ml of this for very cheap, for below 30 euros, and even the 100 ml for below 40 euros. Great fragrance by MS. All of these colognes are good. I don't like the Citron Noir personally, but I think they're all great. The Orange Vert is a classic. This one, Basilic Pourpre, is my choice for the next one in this 10 range of fragrances to keep yourself cool during this heat wave in Europe. All right, and then moving up in price, one further step. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. So this was supposed to be Riviera Verbena by Nicolai. I grabbed New York. So please excuse me. This should be Riviera Verbena. New York works as well, but Riviera Verbena is the cool one. Riviera Verbena is slightly aquatic. It's got a fresh ocean breeze thing to it. It's very lemon heavy. It's got this green sharp Verbena note that is sharp, but it's not metallic. And it's super refreshing. You can find the 30 ml for around 30 to 40 euros, depending on where you are, if you are searching at the right places. Okay, so we have 15 to 20, we have 30 euros, we have 40 euros, and we're going to be moving right away. Think of this as Riviera Verbena by Nicolai, 30 ml. Next step up. So this one, these are about even, but I will show you this one first. This is the Etat Libre Cologne, 100 ml. I paid for this one 45 euros. Retail price is a lot higher, so do be on the hunt for this one. Try not to overpay. This is actually an eau de parfum concentration, even though it's called Cologne. And this one is kind of like a green, musky, slightly floral, minty cologne, similar to the Mugler cologne that is now reintroduced. So that would be another great option. Think you could also put the Mugler cologne in here, which has been copied by Creed with the original vetiver, so think of that same DNA. This has like a minty top note. It's got lots of citruses, sweet citruses, orange, bergamot, lemon. There's a nice little floral middle note, like some magnolia, magnolan, like a synthetic magnolia note, and then musk, patchouli, vetiver in the base, like slightly woody. Very clean, very refreshing, Cologne style fragrance, but modern and musky, with a little bit more substance to it. So it's not 4711. It doesn't smell like a cleaning product to me. It's very much unisex, and I think it's a great cologne. 45 euros, 50 euros, maybe 55 on the top end. And that's where we also have the next one, around 50 euros, 55 euros. Serge Lutens Parole d'Eau. Parole d'Eau. The words of water. This is from the Matin Lutens line. They have 4 fragrances that are Dans le Bleu, Qui Pétille, Parole d'Eau, L'Eau Serge Lutens, and Pont du Jour. All of these are great options, but I think the most refreshing, the most cooling one is Parole d'Eau, because it features a eucalyptus pine needle-like note and lots of citruses. And that makes this really cooling, really refreshing, that sort of camphorous, eucalyptusy, refreshing note. This one is actually like icy. It's like a dewy pine forest, cool wind, with this sort of green aromatic touch and the citruses. Perfect to cool down on a hot day. Serge Lutens Parole d'Eau. I had to include a Serge Lutens. There were many that I considered, but this one is the most cooling one in the line, and it sits right at 55 euros, moving ourselves away up in price range. We are halfway through, so now the next step is going to be a little bit bigger of a step in terms of price. Not huge, but the one I want to show you is one of my favorites, and it is from the brand of Comme des Garcons. Again, I was thinking about many. This is Comme des Garcons 2. This came out in 1999, done by Mark Buxton. And why am I showing this one? So this is actually quite complex, but still very wearable. It has a big incense note. It has aldehydes that are both cool. It has a metallic note from rose oxide, again, cool. And it has a magnolia note. Mentioned it before. I like magnolia, I guess, in the summer. Really nice, almost fruity, watery magnolia note. And some warm spices in there, which really mixes well with sweat. So when you're sweating, this one really will melt with your body, and it's based on Ice Super. So it has this sort of clean woodiness. It's very diffusive. This one is a powerful one. This one, out of all of these, is probably the most potent in terms of performance, if that is something that you care about. All day wear, easy to wear, I think, personally, but very unique. You won't smell this one around a lot. And the 50 ml bottle, retail is 100. But you can probably find it for around 80 or thereabouts, okay, for the 50 ml. And yeah, this is a very nice pebble bottle, but I cannot stand it up, so I will lay it down like this. And it's a fingerprint magnet, so you'll have to forget that. Comme des Garcons 2 is the fourth one from the top, 6 fragrance so far, and we're moving up. There's 4 left, okay. And the next one in the price is this one here. This is Heeley Cologne Officinale. This used to be called Jogging, and it's now called just Officinale. Why? Because people were confused by the Cologne name. Because this one does not smell like an eau de Cologne. Cologne Officinale is in fact closer, I would say, to a aromatic barbershop fragrance. This one has a Marseille soap note. Lots of lavender, rosemary, sage, thyme, Herbe de Provence or Garrigue or whatever you want to call it. It's very dry. It's very dry and herbal. It's got a slightly ambery note. It's very powerful. Again, very soapy, but dry soap. Almost powdery, green, galbanum, right? Very, very much natural smelling. And it really cuts through the heat and cuts through your sweat. And I think it's a fantastic choice. Full bottle, 100 ml is 145 euros. The 50 ml is 95 euros. So in fact, it's actually a little bit cheaper at retail than Comme des Garcons. But yeah, so these one could be changed, okay? I have the 100 ml here, and it's really, really nice. Heeley, the whole brand of Heeley could have been here. There's tons of options like Sel Marin, Note de Yuzu, the Bells one, the Gingembre one, so many fresh Heeleys, but Cologne Officinale is working perfectly because of the dryness, and I wanted to include it here in the 7th spot. So we're up in the 3-figure range, and the next one I wanted to show you is a new addition. This one here, green again. I like greens. A lot of these are green. This one's green. This one's green, this one's green, this one's green, and this one's green. Ulrich Lang Apsu. Apsu, the god of water from Babylon, from I think it has to do with Gilgamesh, and it's fresh water. This one is a green watery fragrance. It features notes of coriander, leaves. It smells like fresh cut grass. It smells like a river. It smells like reed. It has a slightly floral smell. It has some ambroxan in the base. It has some clean cedar wood in the base. It has a little bit of incense. This one's just super refreshing. This one is the perfect refresher if you like watery fragrances. Be advised, there's a callow note in it, but it's super well judged, so it doesn't smell eggy. And it just gives this a watery coldness, a freshness. It smells very much like nature. Like I said, I liken it to walking past a river on a hot day, but the river is cool and it has a sort of crunchy, cold water feel. Like the water is super clear, you can see through it, you can see the rocks, and there's some flowers and leaves around it, giving that sort of green, fresh smell. Apsu, beautiful. 125 euros for the 100 ml. So in fact, at retail, it's cheaper than Heeley, but Heeley you can find cheaper. So Heeley you can find this 100 ml for under 100 euros as well. So that's why it's like this. Again, these three pretty close in price, but Apsu is right here near the top. Moving up in price, one step. I mean, this price per ml is actually the highest, but price for the bottle is a little bit lower, so I will name it first. And it's a little bit unconventional. This is an eau de parfum by the brand of Tower Perfumes from Switzerland. This one here is called Incense Extreme, and it's his 5th fragrance. Why did I include an incense fragrance? Well, I have one here as well. So incense for me is cold and mineralic, depending on the type. This one here is actually not very smoky. It's really cold. It has a sort of powdery, violety, irisy note. It's quite green as well. It's quite cypressy. It's quite terpenic. And it has this sort of citric, cool incense. It smells like a cold church. It smells like the rock, the minerals of a cold church. It smells like the incense that's seeped into the rock, and it's like shaded, it's dark, but it also is refreshing. And that's Tower Incense Extreme. Very unconventional, but amazing choice to beat the heat, to survive this heat wave in Europe right now. Check out Tower Incense Extreme as an unconventional summer fragrance. You won't smell this on somebody else. This one's amazing. And finally, the most expensive one. Well, this one actually is 180 euros for the 50 ml. So per ml, this is the most expensive. Very powerful, by the way. Easily 12 hours of performance. Very strong. The spray is shit. So one spray doesn't spray a lot, but very powerful. The next one's also very, very powerful. And this one is by Les Abstraits, and it's called Philosopher's Walk. Philosopher's Walk, also a leaf fragrance. This one here, it's a barbershop fougere, but it's very aromatic. It has a lot of lavender, it has a lot of geranium, it has a lot of violet, and which makes it powdery as well. Tons of lemon in the top, so you get this metallic lavender lemon top note. Again, cuts through the heat, dries down into something a little bit more musky, slightly creamy, slightly sultry. Again, easily 10 hours of performance, very diffusive, very nice in the air, slightly floral. Again, unisex. This top is sort of a little bit more masculine, the heart is a little bit more floral. And yeah, it just wears beautifully for the hot weather. This one's probably the most dense of these, but I still think because of that sharp top note and because of this aromatic, dry powderiness, this one works great. And it makes the most expensive spot at $240 for the 100 ml. Very fair, very nice magnetic cap. This one is the nicest cap out of all of these, and deserves a spot in this top 10 list to cut through the heat wave, to survive 40 plus degrees. And yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please be extra safe. Remember to hydrate. Maybe wear a hat if it's very sunny where you are, and we will get through this heat wave again together. And yeah, let me know which ones are your picks. Which ones do you like to wear to cool yourself down on a very hot day? In the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, be safe, be kind to each other, and be kind to yourselves as well. Bye bye.